So I would say, I've always wanted to be an artist. Like ever since I was little, I'm not just saying that. But I have, it's ever since I can remember, that's what I was going to be. That's what I always did. I always drew and painted, and it was just my thing. I always told people, everyone, I was going to be an artist. But then growing up, people would tell me, you can't be an artist because artists don't make any money. So I had to figure out, if I was going to be an artist, what was I going to do so that I could support myself? Like, how would I make money being an artist? So my first initial thought, I remember being in a bookstore, and at that time I did a lot of babysitting, and I was a teenager, and looking at children's books and thinking, I like kids, I like to draw, I like to read, I could be a children's book illustrator. So that's what I did. I moved to San Francisco. I went to school there to be a children's book illustrator. There were definitely a few times I wanted to quit. But I didn't know what else I would do. Like, this is what I've always done. It's who I am. Like, I don't know, like, how... I remember there was a time, especially when I was doing children's book illustration, I realized that this is not what I wanted to do. Like, being isolated in my studio, no one else around, no other human contacts, very little money. Like, I can't pay my rent. I was substitute teaching because that's how I had to pay my rent, and I was doing more of that than actually illustrating, and it just wasn't what I pictured it to be, what I imagined. I wanted to quit then for sure, but I didn't know what else to do. It's what I always was. I was an artist. Finding graphic design, like figuring out that path, was definitely like a lifesaver for me. It was done out of necessity because I felt like I have to figure out something, but once I started, it felt like this is where I should have been from the beginning. I think for my husband, he puts up with it, and he's put up with it since he's known me. He just kind of goes with it. And for my son, Amin, I think he teaches me more about creativity than I teach him about creativity, because being a 4-year-old, he's constantly creative. Like, the ideas he comes up with are mostly impossible, but he doesn't know that. And it's just, yeah, he teaches me more than I've taught him about creativity, for sure. Taking on the Joni origin project was kind of perfect for me, actually. Joni talked about the idea that it would feel very hand-done and illustrated, and I feel like what they wanted and what I envisioned were almost exactly the same. And I think it's because it feels authentic, and that's kind of what people are looking for. And I know Journey's all about people's stories, and people matter. My name is Joni Stringfield, and this is my origin story.